Howdy, folks. Me and some friends are going. What are you backing up for? Me and some friends are going to look at the brand new Molly Mac pack. Who is everybody?
Chris. Visionary. Noah.
McIntyre. All right, here we go. The new Molly Mac pack is one row shorter. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows on the Molly panel, and then 3 on the belt, as before. But then, what's cool about it is it comes apart with Velcro, and that Velcro then gets protected by folding over and sticking to itself on both the pack and the belt. And then the pack, the Molly panel, is a hydration sleeve made with this mesh, heavy-duty mesh, and inside, pull that open if you can, inside are heavy-duty little sleeves for the stiffeners, little aluminum stiffeners, one in each side. There you can see the aluminum sticking out, right? And it goes all the way down to the bottom. All right, and the belt is padded as before with the same mesh on the back. So you got room for, on the belt you have room for 6 Molly pouches. Like you could put 2, a small one on the end maybe, and then another one. And then same thing over here, and room for a stuff sack in the middle. But what I like about this is, the way we're doing it now, is that you can load the belt and then load the Molly panel. These go on the other side. Load the Molly panel, and without disturbing the load, put them back together. And they go back together real simple, just like that. And there they are together. Now I've got the shoulder straps hitched to the bottom row of the Pals array. You could move that down to the belt if you're gonna use them together all the time. But if you leave it there, then there's no adjustments in the load or the suspension when you take them apart. And the shoulder straps are a little bit narrower, but a lot more rugged than before. They're made with 2-inch webbing instead of 3.5-inch nylon. Same mesh and foam on the inside. But they're also put together in a Y right here. And it goes through this loop and through the handle and then down to an adjustment. So you can remove them. It's just a ladder lock and a tri-glide to hold the tail. And that way it supports it from the bottom and won't fall away from it. Okay? So now the other thing is, I've got, this is just a military canteen pouch. You can use any Molly pouches on it. But here I've got a 4-liter Molly pouch. You can put 2 of them side by side up top, or you can put them on the belt. And then I have the 15-liter pouch that's designed to fit just exactly the size of the Molly panel. It's made with 2 sets of attachments, so it takes 6 rows of Pals array to hold it on. So it goes on, and this is how we put the pack back in the Molly Mac pack. So this is 15 liters, but that plus one big stuff sack on the bottom is pretty much a full load. And of course, you can put 1, 2, you can put a total of 4 stuff sacks on here probably. I use 3 or 4 usually. And then the last thing is the front pack is just as before, a 6-row, 5-column Pals array with the back being mesh, just like the Molly pack, and it makes a sleeve, and you can use that as a hydration sleeve or store stuff in it or put your wet socks in it to air out. And the suspension is dedicated. Here, shove this right over your head. The cross. Put, Yeah, so you put your head up through there. There you go. That goes on like that, and then the belt goes around behind. Then you adjust the height by these right here.
Okay. Yeah. I see.
Yeah. All right. So that pretty much stays on you. That's the first thing you put on and the last thing you take off.
Right.
And then to put the molly pack on, just like a backpack. Yeah. Made for a guy with a bigger waist than you.
Right.
All right, so there you go.
This would be a little bit tighter too.
Yeah, you'd probably want this to be a little higher.
Yeah, a little higher. Yeah.
Right. But if it's not high, see, then you got access, better
yeah,
access.
you can get down in there. Yeah.
Yeah. And now turn around and let's see what the back looks like. There you go. Now,
all range of motion.
Now, while you've got it on, reach around there and separate the pack from the belt. And remove the pack. Your shoulder straps now. So there, without disturbing the load, you can switch to just carrying what's on your belt and your front pack.
See, that's where that would have to be. Tool pouch position. Carpenter always wear.
Oh, you wear it
big
lower?
tool belt.
Yeah.
Every day, all day.
Oh, so if
work.
it's just the belt, you'd wear it lower.
I could just use just this and load that for like a day hike and be fine. So you get 3 setups in one kit. You get the front piece, which can be used as a standalone. You get the belt, which can be used as a LEB, load bearing equipment. Basically,
we call it a lumbar pack.
Yeah, basically a lumbar pack, and then you have the main body pack as well.
Yeah.
So it's one of the most versatile systems out, from what I've seen. And I've looked at a lot of different stuff.
It only weighs. I think the whole thing here is like 2 pounds, something like that.
All the pieces.
Yeah. Well, that's with all the 3 pieces.
Right.
The pouches are a little.
We'll add a little bit more.
Add a little more, a few ounces more. Well, that's pretty good. The Molly Mac pack. We call it a Molly Mac pack Osprey model.
Awesome. No, I'm busy.
What's that for?
Turn around, Snarl. You need to turn around.
You can smile better in shadow. How do we put you in shadow? There we go. There's a big smile.
Their dirty face.
All right. All right. I guess we're done. Anybody got any questions? Surely you got some questions.
What is the low capacity limit? Or
there is none. You are the limit.
Okay.
If anything breaks, send it back and I'll fix it and make it better. It really Rat in Texas, he's carried like 80 pounds on his.
Right.
WV carried a logging chain and chainsaw. Rat carried an outboard motor on his.
Oh wow. Because I'm actually looking into getting a new pack right now, and my biggest problem is I don't want to have a pack for summer weight, and then have to switch to a separate pack for winter because I need the more volume.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at going to something. Either it's going to be something that's just a high volume that I use year round, or something like this where I can pack based on where I'm going and not have so much sunken into so many different pieces of gear that I have to keep up with.
Exactly. That's partly what made me make the Molly Mac pack. Plus, everything I got is in stuff sacks already.
Yeah.
And if you've got 4 waterproof stuff sacks,
you're good to go.
That's everything. That's your whole winter load, and then that's room for 2 or 3. It depends on how big they are. Molly pouches on the sides of the belt, and then the front pack will hold another whole bunch of stuff.
Right. And see, that's one of the biggest things that I've dealt with right now is when I got into hammocking, everything was in the stuff sack. But But now with the pack I'm using, or standard closed packs, it seems like it actually packs easier if I take it all out of the stuff sacks and just cram it in one big bag.
Yeah.
You know, which
Then
leads
when
to
you
the
need
problem
what's
of
on
finding this and finding that and pulling this out. It's harder to get to this individual thing when it's all open.
There you
So
go.
having everything in its own stuff sacks anyway keeps everything cleaner, more organized, and easier access. And that's what I've been trying to tell my wife for like 2 months.
Oop. Better shut this down now. He's going to get in big trouble. All right. Thanks, folks. Appreciate your help.